Hi, I'm Scott Starratt with Starratt Wealth Management, a part of Canaccord Genuity Wealth Management. February was a continuation of January with a very volatile month. It started off quite well and things continued to improve, just like in January. However, the end of the month, as tariffs and Ukraine situation, etc., started to heat up, then the market definitely sold off. Most of the sell-off was related to technology. So in the United States, for example, technology as represented by the NASDAQ was down about 4% for the month. Some of the other areas like banking, utilities, REITs actually had a slightly positive month. In Canada, similar situation. We had a lot of volatility. The small mid-cap companies ended up not doing that well, as they were the ones that most people are guessing would be more affected by any tariffs. In any case, this volatility, as we've talked about in the past, with the chaos presidency down south, will continue probably for the next, well, you could say 4 years, but definitely for the next few months. We're due for an announcement on tariffs here any minute as I'm taping this, and so we'll find out if what the plan is going to be for Donald Trump and his administration on the tariff side. In Canada, we will have politics heating up, I should say, here soon. March 9th, the Liberal Party is set to announce their results of their leadership, and the leader automatically becomes prime minister. That leader, which many people would guess to be at this point to Mark Carney, will decide whether he's going to bring back Parliament at the end of March or whether he'll just go into a general election. So again, more up and down on the political side, and that tends to bleed into the markets as markets hate uncertainty. And both in Canada and the US, there's a great deal of uncertainty. You add that to the fact that even though Europe had a good month last month, Europe now is under the gun on how they're going to deal with Ukraine, as it appears as though the US administration is really focused on the idea of pushing a lot of the guarantees and security to the EU and the rest of Europe, as opposed to the US taking the lead as it has traditionally. So really, it's continues to be this up and down market. Continues to be very, very hard to guess which direction things are going to go. Literally, things can change day by day. You can start, looking overnight. Maybe Trump on Truth Social made a comment, and you can see that the market ends up being quite low on the open. And then all of a sudden, there's some comments that are made the opposite, usually, to what he may have said overnight, and all of a sudden the market finishes a lot higher. So this volatility, though, doesn't really affect portfolios too much, as it is happening day by day, but it just creates a lot of angst for people as they watch what the situation is south of the border, and like I said, soon in Canada. Administratively, we're into tax season now. Most of you will have already received your CG information, whether that be a checklist or the documents. Of course, we are in place or in the process of collecting, mailing out, or sending out all the information through the third-party providers. This would be any of the managers that we're using at this point that don't report directly through CG. They'll get sent to you separately. So we're in the process of that. The deadline for all these third-party managers to send their information is the end of March. So as in previous years, please do reach out if you feel from your checklist that you've received all the information. It doesn't hurt to give one of us a call, especially Angela and Alex, to ask if if you have all the tax receipts. And if not, oftentimes we do have them online, so we can print them off and email them to you faster than you may receive them in the mail. Other than that, we look forward to chatting over the next few months with each of you as we go through what is happening in client portfolios and looking at what our expectations are for the future, and definitely looking at things, as I've said in the past, of being firmly on the fence, not really knowing which direction things are going to go, and not wanting to guess with your money and make a big bet one way or another. So don't hesitate to reach out to Jim, myself, Alex, or Angela if you do have any questions, and we look forward to talking to you all very soon.